What's up, youth? It's Emma.
It's Taylor.
And we are talking about 1 Thessalonians today. So let's get right into it. So pretty much 1 Thessalonians is just Paul just praising this church for doing a really good job. And that's just what chapter 1 goes into. It's just talking about how they've done a really good job being faithful and turning away from their idols and turning to God.
And then chapter 2 of 1 Thessalonians kind of goes into talk about how Paul is super gentle with his attitude whenever talking to the church of the Thessalonians to kind of demonstrate how pure his motives are.
So chapter 3, Paul is wanting to check up on them because he was kind of nervous about if they were still being faithful because a lot of churches weren't. But whenever he sent Timothy to go see, they were actually surprisingly doing really great, and he was so encouraged to see that they were still faithfully following God.
Chapter 4 of Thessalonians kind of goes in to talk about sexual immorality and how we should approach that as Christians. And Paul kind of talks about how we need to kind of encourage each other whenever the coming of the Lord happens, because we need to kind of put more trust in that. And we also need to talk about how we need to increase love for one another.
So chapter 5 then goes on to say that we are children of the light and we're children of the day, and that because Jesus died for us, we should now live for him. So I'm just going to finish off this chapter by reading chapter 5, verse 14 through 18, saying, "But always seek to do good to one another and to everyone. Rejoice always, pray without ceasing, and give thanks in all circumstances, for this is the will of God in Christ Jesus for you."
For an overall recap for the 1 Thessalonians of all chapters 1 through 5, basically what you can take away is that these words were used as an encouragement for the early Thessalonian church, and they still can be used as an encouragement to this day. In such a dark, evil time that we live through currently, it's such a helpful reminder that we still need to have hope in Jesus, because there still is a time that he's coming. Right?